Here is how you keep messing up your business. You're trying really hard, you're working, you're putting in the hours, you're gaining the clients, you're feeling the pull of work and life and responsibilities and obligations and things you want to do. And it never quite feels like you reach that spot where you're just enjoying life, that things are in balance. It's because you're burning yourself out trying to do too many things. I know you think that you've got this in balance now, but I'm going to show you in this video what you might be missing and how to fix it. All right. So building a business, managing life, maybe managing a household, and trying not to burn out in the process is, it's really hard and it takes constant refinement. So first of all, are you afraid to delegate because you don't think things are going to be done right? This is something that I run into a lot, particularly in my business. I don't mind delegating the things at the house, but I feel like there's so many things that are so important and so specialized that I have a really hard time delegating certain things, and it bogs down my business. So if that's the case with you, determine, are you trying to do too many things? How necessary are they to the actual completion of your business and earning? And how many of them are things that you're just really interested in and have become a pet project to you rather than something that actually grows your business? For example, if you're in a coaching or a service business like I am, where I do coaching and I write and I edit, I've really got to focus on working with my clients and editing words. I love doing these podcasts, but I have to put together like basically a to-do list on how to post them the way I want them done so that someone else can do it. Here's how I put that together really fast. I use Loom a lot, and I went into Loom and I said, okay, these are the things that I want every single one of my YouTube videos to have, every single one of my podcasts. This is how I want my description structured. Make sure and include this information because I want it to be readily accessible to people so that they can use it, so that they learn to trust me and determine whether I'm someone they would like to work with in the future, in addition to giving them good information. So I did that, and then I put it into AI, and I said, take this transcript and summarize all of the bullet points that I included. Make sure that you don't leave anything out, and don't draw from outside sources. Keep it in a professional how-to tone with points and subpoints to make it very clear. That's what I put into the AI prompt. Then I copied and pasted the transcript from Loom into it, and it creates a standard operating procedure. I then read through it. I look and see if there's anything that I missed. And then as I'm doing things and refine it, I know to go right to that piece of paper, change it. And when I delegate it, I say, this is what you follow. This is your check sheet. That's how you do it. It's so much easier than it used to be. So allow yourself to delegate things and take away the fear by giving very clear instructions. And also be okay with people not doing things quite as well as you do. Maybe you feel guilty taking time from family or work, and vice versa. I was having that before, and what I found is by reducing the number of decisions I had to make throughout the day, I was more available to both my work and to my family. I've been telling everybody about this revolution that I just had. I've been planning menus off and on for well over a decade. I saved a ton of money doing it, but I really kind of fell out of the habit because now it's just my husband and I living the two of us. Our kids all live out on their own now. And so I just didn't see the need for it anymore. However, when I did schedule it recently, at the end of March, knowing April was going to be an exceptionally busy month for me, I was shocked at how much mental energy it was actually requiring of me every single night to figure out what to make at the end of doing all kinds of work. And it resulted in a lot of expensive convenient foods, unhealthy options, and a lot of other things that I just didn't like. Are you so focused on trying to work and you feel you're too busy to plan things and it's costing you mental peace and energy? It only took me a few minutes to plan those menus. I figured out how to do it in AI, and I actually shared it on a recent Substack post. If you'd like to see it, drop a comment and I'll put the code in reply to you or link over to the thing if it's easier to do it that way, so that you can see exactly how to do it yourself. All you have to do is tweak a couple things, copy and paste it. And I even tell you which AI to use because I don't remember offhand, or I would tell you. I tried a couple of them and one did a way better job than the other for me. And then ask it to create a grocery list for you based on those menu items, letting you know how many of each thing you need. Bim, bam, boom. You've got it in 4 or 5 minutes. I did my grocery shopping in like an hour at the meat market. I ordered some groceries online. It was done. You can do the same thing. Otherwise, growth feels like complete chaos. As we start to get more blessings and more opportunities, it's more responsibilities and more things to manage, and it takes the joy away from it. So, start to delegate, outsource just a couple of little things. Set a weekly planning rhythm, or a monthly in the case of the meals, to balance personal tasks with your professional tasks. Put together a plan. Like today, I make my podcasts for all the different podcasts and social media platforms that I use. And I do it all in one day, and then I have the rest of the week to work on the other things that I have to do. It's helped me to organize, and I smash it all into a couple of hours. And although it's a little bit intense and my throat's a little bit sore usually by the end, I know that I have it done and I'm available to be interrupted the whole rest of the week, because this is the only hard and fast thing that I cannot let waver and I have to prepare for. So if you have something in your business that absolutely requires preparation, like setting up the lights, getting the camera, getting the scripts, does in my business, then do that thing on a set day where you know this is an unmovable, and then allow flexibility in the rest of your week. The mental stress it releases is really hard to overemphasize. Then use a client system with checklists to keep quality consistent as you grow. I told you those standard operating procedures. As we start to incorporate a new piece or bring in a new person to delegate or have a new task, I just explain in a Loom video how I want it done, what I've learned, and then whenever I have updates, I just incorporate those into the list. So whereas I used to email my assistant and say, okay, here's the things we need to do, I can just go into this and go, okay, here's the things we need to do. And since I know that that person is using that shared document as a check sheet, they are now automatically incorporating my changes. So it's a really easy way for me to make sure things get done. Look for those kind of little things in your own business or your own life to make sure those little things get done. When my husband was in school a few years ago working on a postgraduate master's in nursing thing, he had an extra busy schedule with his additional clinicals and all the things. And we had a shared document for things that we needed, like groceries or things to be picked up or errands, because we had a couple daughters who still lived at home who drove, and then my husband and myself. And so instead of all of it falling onto me with all the extra stuff I had to pick up, it became something that if somebody was out, we just checked that document and, oh, I'm in that part of town, I can do this thing. So if you want to have like a thriving business and be present, you want to have these kind of systems, and you want to think through exactly what it is that's adding on to the stress, because you want to be able to add and scale and build without feeling overwhelmed. So using the power of AI to summarize, using videos. I mean, if you got something out of this video, you can take the transcript and say, hey, I got this video from Tiffany and I would like to know what are the key things that she pointed out. And one thing that you want to make sure and not miss is coaches. I'm a one-on-one coach. If you're interested in coaching, there's information in the link below. But until that point, just take this and say, turn this into a bullet point check sheet for me. Make this a to-do list for me and put that into AI and build off of it. And as you're building and growing, when the time comes that you want to coach with me, now you have all that data of what's worked for you and what hasn't. But if you want to coach with me now, it's really affordable. The link's down in the description. I would love to work with you. And either way, I will see you next week or on the next social or next time.